closely to the story I tell. What goes around comes around when you're living in hell. What goes up must come down, that's the way that it goes. When do it stop? Nobody knows. Listen up, let me tell you about this boy I know. I call him a boy cause he's a man but his brain don't grow. His name is Peter, and Peter doesn't wanna grow up, living on his mother's settee, thinking that he's so rough, slinging this and that, hanging with young boys who do crimes as petty. He tried to settle down, had 2 kids with ugly Betty. Gangster paradise, ducking from police, stacking loads of cash, living life that isn't nice, waiting for this door to be kicked off every night. On the run with a gun in his hand, he grips it tight, twisted, demonic. His life is so diabolic, shouting and screaming at his missus, who is an alcoholic, drug orientated, lifestyle stir crazy. Won't get a job, yes, cause he is too lazy. Flashy watches, gold chains, brags and boasts he's on a roll. Couldn't you believe it? He even signs on the dole. A perfect example of Numpty Dumpty society sucker. Make no mistake, he got the flake and thousands of puckers. No matter what you want, he got what you need. Peter Pan in Neverland, serving those fiends. You better listen closely to the story I tell. What goes around comes around when you're living in hell. What goes up must come down, that's the way that it goes. When do it stop? Nobody knows. What you want and what you get are 2 different things. No time for suckers is a song that I sing. So all in together, it's time to get it on and step back, yes sucker, step back, yes sucker, come on. This about Roxanne, a girl I knew from school, neat and petite, made all the boys drool and was cool. Never listened in class, big tits and big ass. When she walked down the street, she make all the cars crash. Never paid no attention to what the lessons was about. Picked up by strangers at the magic roundabout. Lady of the night, hooked on drugs. All she ever wanted to do was just be loved. Breath of death, body putrid, teeth all decayed, looking a mess, always stressing. Her clothes seen better days. Dead end, no way out, yes, no happy endings. No knight in shining armor or fairy tale weddings. Instead, dirty old men, red lights and stained bedding. Now you get the picture, you know where this is heading. Used and abused Roxanne, she gets naked, battered and bruised, in her face looking all so flaky. She wants to stop and change her life and stop screwing these gimps, but she polluted by the drugs and forced to sell herself by a pimp. If she only knew this when she was in school, she would have paid more attention instead of acting a fool. You better listen closely to the story I tell. What goes around comes around when you're living in hell. What goes up must come down, that's the way that it goes. When do it stop? Nobody knows. What you want and what you get are 2 different things. No time for suckers is a song that I sing. So all in together, it's time to get it on and step back, yes sucker, step back, yes sucker, come on. Peter was the pimp, Roxanne was his hoe. One agenda on Peter's mind was to take all the dough. He had Roxanne work a magic on some boys up the pub who had 10 grand stash in their flat and a room full of buds. Gave her 2 pills to pop in their drinks when they wasn't looking. That would help them pass out while they began their crooking. Back of the flat, sex was real rough. As they began to pass out, they threw on handcuffs, out for the count, not knowing what was going on, taking pictures of each other, doing things that were so wrong. Then in comes Peter rubbing his hands, shoving the bud in a suitcase and grabbing those grands. Roxanne asked him for the cut, he gave her a slash made for stitches, pushed her down the stairs and went back to collecting riches. Roxanne had enough, blood was dripping down her face, made a call to the popo. They came with tasers and mace, they come and sprayed and stung him up, had him crying, screaming he's dying. Is this the man that hurt you? She said yes, she said she's lying. What goes around comes around. As they threw him in the van, she managed to stash in the knickers of Brad a couple of grand. You better listen closely to the story I tell. What goes around comes around when you're living in hell. What goes up must come down, that's the way that it goes. When do it stop? Nobody knows. What you want and what you get are 2 different things. No time for suckers is a song that I sing. So all in together, it's time to get it on and step back, yes sucker, step back, yes sucker, come on.